If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation in the Grand Sage.
Oh. Traveler?
Traveler?
Traveler? What the... Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been scared Oh, of course! So they're just...
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage?
Yes.
Ah, that beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real Padisaras? Just like the ones from the legend?
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the goddess of...
Yeah. What's going on? Huh? You guys are... Hey!
They disappeared! So Nilu's the host. Purple Padisaras don't exist in the real world anymore. But in Nilu's subconscious, it's just like the example Nahida told us. People assume there will be... So when you saw the flowers... But if we want to... How should we make...
Am I dreaming?
Huh? Wrong guess! As far as you know, people...
Yeah, but...
Ooh, sound...
Yep. His piety and... All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage. As if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long. Afterward, the Dendro Arc. His wife lying next to him said, "You're off to search for the Den." In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru City.
So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of the...
Yes. But his faith and determination were conveyed to the...
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a...
I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zero's festival is almost up. Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sub-Zero's as beautiful as we can. The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the dance of Sub-Zero's.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilu's dance.
feels like she's been... Paimon's head feels super heavy. Paimon thinks it was... the Sub-Zero's death! Have we finally escaped from the Sub-Zero's? Quick! Take off your Akasha terminal! She's not in her room. What happened, huh? What you... Well done, Traveler and Paimon. And thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing...
I'm sorry, who?
Dunyarzad! You're okay!
Oh, a traveler, Paimon. I just had a dream.
You're actually Nahida, aren't you? Paimon felt like Catherine was acting weird with... And... Dunyarzad, it's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened. Let's chat somewhere else.
Keep up.
Let's talk about Dunyarzad first. After we parted on the last day of the Sub-Zero, among the countless dreams, I found one that was growing fainter, and once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, her consciousness began to dissipate. Such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long, though. Where both will gradually fade until they completely... I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive. So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad. Huh? Why are you two smiling so happily? I thought both are fine. Everyone may... All right. You two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all, you saved my faithful believer. As you're to be accurate, I'm using the Akasha as an... How did you do that? Poor cat. Theoretically, I can enter anyone's mind as the Akasha is the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. As Lesser Lord Kusanali and the first Akasha Terminal, I've always respected my people's free will, so I've never actually occupied their consciousness. When the... hold on. Did we just learn some deep, dark secret? What about your own body? Why do you need to borrow... That story begins a long time ago. After Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared. At that time, I was young and weak. The sages kept me in the sanctuary of Surs. However, I do understand. So, the sages basically put their new Archon under house arrest? How dare they! In some ways, they aren't wrong. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was omniscient and I... Yeah, you got a lot of belief. Think trying to find a way to save Irminsul is my life's mission and top priority. Every once in a while, at the Avidia Forest, there was this incense that made the trek. You also heard someone's voice, right? Yeah, so you do know. We've been wanting to ask you what that... It seems like the Traveler established... As you two probably know, Greater Lord Ruka. A message from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? King Deshret? That god who died even longer ago? Okay, so... I still haven't managed to... Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual, many devoted scholars, but I believe this is the key to saving... So the tree and the... But... Even if you can't figure out what the Traveler was in defect... No. This puzzle has life and death at stake. It could determine Irminsul's fate. I've got it. I hope my answers... to be honest... Oh, and you go and get some sleep. Whether...
Traveler?
Maybe you were sleepwalking. You know you can't...
I see. Huh. I should visit my...
We spent quite some time in Sumeru City, but ever since we...
And Astra Avisask. We meet again, you two.
Hi, Catherine. Do you have any
Commissions, huh? Oh, how about this? Please attend...
wait.
And if possible, please also use your
Huh? What kind of commission is that?
I see. In that case, please go to Port Ormos and convince the Aram...
Hey, that's not any better.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure the
Paimon...
Oh, the Commissioner? Well, actually, I just want...
Was it so obvious? I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions. That kind of chance to... Ah, so it's Nahida. Paimon just knew... From when she said... So it's been you this whole time? Are you... Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways. And I even had a really, really long... It was another dream about the Sub-Zeros. In my dream, I was sitting in the middle of a flower terrace. And I also got to sit on a gigantic flower carriage. Fairs, the night of flowers... You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zeros festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone... Huh? Wasn't I describing... No! We aren't pitying you. By the way, have you had a chance to visit Dunyarzad? Yes, I paid her a visit right after I woke up. Her condition is stabilized. However, since Elazar is a manifestation, but for the moment... Right. So our first... Oh! Good...
Huh? Huh?
Let's continue our okay, so do you have any Actually, I've already done a little bit of work on that. But I've already tried that. It seems that from the very beginning... Have you already I'm guessing not yet. But distrusting me would make In any case, We're in the dark as of now. Since we still don't know anything about their goals, any rash move could tip them. After all, No way, that's too... You mean it'd be too... No, it's not that. We shouldn't have doing that would be ignoring the safety of my people for my own selfish goals. That's a good point. Nahida, you're super smart. According to a pop... Okay, but well... I've been thinking that if I can't, then I should find someone who's already involved. But you're saying we should recruit a spy? Oh, but actually, I already have someone... Setaria. Paimon remembers now. We ran into her basically every time the Sub-Zero's festival repeated itself. Paimon still remembers the smug and mean way she always... She was born in the desert and was hailed as their greatest genius. Her academic gifts allowed... Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert. She must be pretty special then. Paimon feels like most of the name Setaria means star. When she lived in the desert, she shone like the... Later on, she was chosen by the sun. The star soon after. The star witnessed the sun scorching the earth. The star began to waver. Instead of staying beside it, but in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes. From the sound of it, Setaria's just hung up on the research job, but she doesn't... Indeed. She's suppressing a lot of guilt. But before she realized it, she had already become this right. We must somehow make her face her that way. Not from my past stops tomorrow afternoon to prepare. This should be Setaria's favorite fortune-telling spot. So should we... No, I already have enough information on Setaria. The most hacking style and...
My poor lost lambs. Have you become troubled over the divine voice of wisdom?
Huh?
Shh. It would seem that...
Only mocking the god of Animo, questioning the lord of Geo's financials...
Oh, nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
Love prospect. The one who is fated to cross your path will appear on... Harut, Marut, did you two spoil...
Actually, Paimon thinks this is
I admit that the orientation of today...
Is that so?
If you were to bring some food offerings for Harut and Marut on your next visit, perhaps...
Is this another one of Setaria? Yep. It belongs to a king. His father helped when I start talking with him. Listen...
Ah, dear customers. Would you like to look at some...
We caught wind of your great craftsmanship, so we specifically came to take...
Oh, I recognize you. Aren't you Miss
Speaking of, where...
I suppose you could say... After that, I began making pottery by...
That's nice.
So is your father...
Oh, no, not anymore. A few years back, he fell from a roof and broke his leg. Since he had already saved enough...
I see. I'll have someone in charge...
No problem. Rest...
This should be our final stop. Nahida! It's my duty to protect Sumeru's city.
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before.
Huh?
If I recall, you were
That's after all, but...
What an admirable spirit for So this restaurant has a basement as well?
That's right. It's not usually open to patrons. Most of the time, employees...
I see. Yes, that makes sense.
So, was that ever? 3 familiar... what's the point of all the information we... Setaria is already used to avoiding her problem. I remember, although it's all just a boatload of nonsense, the fate of her homeland may turn out to be... Oh, Paimon gets... Although she knows she should return home to help the people of the desert, Well, King Deshret is long gone. And Sitaria is also too if we simply engaged her under the guise of King But... So, Yep. As long as... Exactly. Huh? That's no problem. Although I've been observing humans for a while,
You're not wrong. It's always been painful.
If it would...
Yeah, don't beat yourself up.
Alright.
Here she comes. Sitaria's here.
Let's quietly follow her. When she starts talking, as for how we'll sway her to our side, I'll leave that to you.
Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find out.
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me is a very different... are you still...
Oh, of course I'm listening.
Okay then. Strange. Your cats... I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names again? Ah, that's right. They are just little darlings, aren't they?
So...
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you...
A mess?
Well, could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to...
I hear you. No problem at all. The gods are asking, Sitaria, why haven't I gone... home? Sitaria, why don't you just go home? It's a demand now.
I'm sorry. I know I failed the god. And, if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking?
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is
King Deshret? No wonder he would make such a demand of me. Even though news of King Deshret's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia. How can—
What insolence! I am King Deshret's most loyal believer.
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in— I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Wait!
Whoa! She just ran... Well done. Sitaria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her to the core.
Aw, Nahida.
All I know are some abstract... Anyway, enough of that.
She's out of games now. Right on cue.
It's okay. I just got caught up in something. Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? What kind of work were you Oh, right. Your old man's craft. Speaking of, how's he doing? Is he feeling any better? Oh, that's good to hear. I've been thinking a lot about him. Actually, while we're talking about him...
Yeah, he's been retired there for a...
If you could find the time, please write him a letter. Let him know that recently, faith in King... He has a quick temper, and has always been a devout follower of the Dendro Archon. I don't want him to get into a...
Oh? So, who are you? I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert, yet you chose to betray King
Akeem, you don't mean...
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one?
Can't pick a side? Me?
Whoa! Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this! You really zeroed in on the issue and put it right in front of her. But once everything is over, I'll be sure to pay her a visit. Come on! Sataria's already started talking with...
So, Shishan, like, as if someone was trying to preach to you about something?
Oh, right. Speaking, I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festivals.
Wait, how could you be aware of that? That should be
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly tricks could...
Shishan, don't tell me that you've
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be. In reality, shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed? You, who...
Please, please stop!
Even now, Sataria's still trying to run from her She can no longer justify everything to- Hey, she's trying to talk to the guard! This is the most important part of-
Mercenary, you're a member of the Corps of 30, correct? Please help me pass a message to the Matcha right-
Please, try to remain calm, Myth.
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their side.
Heretics? What kind of...
King Deshret! Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him, but he's long dead.
Miss Sataria,
You know...
King Deshret is immortal, and all who do... You must face the truth, Sataria. You tread a treacherous child of King Deshret. Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of King Deshret.
Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
It seems that no matter where I run, I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. Guilt over my part, but no matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt always...
You won't necessarily lose your research up.
How do you know me so well? Are you truly just a believer?
That's not important. The important thing is to pass judgment on the Academia and its sages. If you could provide some assistance...
I've actually never believed in the gods, but I've always believed in serendipity. Your appearance must be a fated up. Please tell me, what can I do for you?
How much do you know?
I was just one of the designers for the massed dream harvest scheme, which is what happened around. But I know very little about the full scope of the overall I've just been working to meet the... However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city.
To fight against the Academia.
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm innocent. One thing, though. I won't be able to transfer the documents to...
The Academia entrance.
Don't worry about that. I'm only suggesting...
Alright, I trust you.
So... The Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. Maybe it's time for me to find a god to believe in.
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed. The Traveler's execution was ingenious. Well, now that we've made plans to meet again tomorrow. Pray? But if we're going to pray to the gods, aren't we just praying to you? No. The truth is the true guardian of scholars. I've always believed that. Anyway, let's meet again tomorrow evening.
If you press a leaf between dry sheets of paper, you could make an attractive and handy bookmark.
That's right. I suppose I'm the other Catherine in your... Shh! We're on a secret mission tonight, so... Yep, Paimon's right. If something were to happen after all... Yep, exactly. Just what Paimon was thinking. Anyway, enough about that. Off? What do you feel is up? It's the middle of the night. Of course it's... No, I think she's right. If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets. Huh. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe Sataria figured out a way to not only... I also can't quite figure out why things feel a little... Well, Huh. There really aren't many people out right now. Let's hope it'll be this quiet in front of the Academia, and that Sataria managed to distract all the guards. This hour of the night.
Ah, the triumphant hero returns at last. And to a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
You're the outcast, expelled from the Academia.
Indeed I am. Although these days they tend to call me the Doctor. If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a true scholar.
The people of Sumeru City. What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can deposit information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world. My experiment is a success. And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
No, what should we do? These are all just regular people. Leave now. You need to get out of here. What? That guy's a Fatui Harbinger! We can't just leave you here! Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru! meet again outside of the city.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the God of Wisdom.
Is Nahida going to be okay? We only made it out because of her. Paimon wasn't counting on running into a new Avenger here. He called himself the Doctor. Remember time and that even the sages are wary of him. Yep, yeah. But what are the Fatuia? Yeah. Nahida said we'll meet again outside. You mean? Oh, right. Even though he turned it, there's no time to lose.
Hold it right there. A blonde-haired traveler and a floating fairy. We've got you all right. Take a look around.
Are you mercenaries from...
Core of 30? We're nothing like those government lapdogs who don't even... We are an elite brigade.
The outcast? An outcast from the act... But why wouldn't the doctor just send the Fatui after us?
Still wasting time on idle chit-chat.
We're being nice and spicy. We'll see about that.
Take my lead. I'll take my lead. Need new hunting.
I'll uproot you. Who do you think you are? One with the forest.
Boba, get them! It isn't over yet! Here comes reinforcements! Nice and spicy! Dare to mess with me?
You won this one. Need.
That was pretty rough. Is that what elite mercs? Yeah. But this doctor guy seems like a pretty tough opponent. Going up against smart people.
Keep up.
Oh, it's the Kale! It's nice to see.
As a result, Master Tainari is taking me off the patrol schedule.
Oh, Kale. Speaking of Tainari,
Oh, Master Tainari? You just...
he left? What?
I thought it was weird too. Master Tainari... No, I only found... I know that before you...
A research base, huh? Oh, we don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Party's DI.
Don't worry. I'm fine. I'm used to—
Got it. Will do.
I'm used to the...
Wait! Look who it is! Thank goodness you're okay. We were so worried about you. Hey, this was supposed to be a—
Actually, it's very smart of the Traveler to be wary of me right now. Plus, it's not like you could have known what happened after we split up, and I was facing the doctor by even a pool of stagnant water after a torrential storm.
My mom feels like only the real Nahida could come up with such a—
Huh? But
Well, we understand that—
when you left, I was still— Instead, he did something closer to creating hallucinate. Luckily, I gave away my true identity when I restored everyone's minds. Also, the doctor is already an expert at modifying a
Would that mean you'd no longer be able to jump between minds? Then, how do we stop him? He's still at the academy. Plus,
we shouldn't give up hope just yet.
Let's actually, Nahida—
Yes, I have. You didn't come here.
We're looking for a—
Okay,
Traveler?
It's Hypatia!
What a pleasant...
Who's this?
She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest.
Oh, I see.
That's right, we're old friends.
Hypatia, you're way too— Wait, no. Did you—
My consciousness has...
You did it? Congratulations!
When my consciousness made
That sounds incredible!
Oh, remember? I promised to help you. My current self has not only gained true...
You can do that?
I've never heard of anything like that, but...
Hold on. I brought some spirit borneo with...
We're...
All right now. Hold my hand. I'll help you establish a path...
Okay.
Ready?
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies. My fury will never be quelled. The first to betray me was a god. My creator. My mother. Valuing strength above all, she saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family. Friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounced the world and laugh in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity. is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
What was that? Did we actually just see the... But how is he connected to the divine consciousness?
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such a majestic Alas, if only that...
Do you understand now? I'm afraid this is no periporno life, but rather...
You! Why are you... I found divine wisdom. Shouldn't I receive...
Hypatia?
That's how I always thought it... Wait, have I... already lost my mind?
Wait, something...
Okay, we finally lost him. You okay?
Oh, the Traveler's back?
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It's after that, Tainari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here. What? You swapped places? Wait, then where is Nahida's consciousness?
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Also, while we were running, the consciousness in your body told me to pass on. The doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness. But even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight...
Oh no! Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague. Oh, that makes sense. Even in a moonless night, a shower of star... Huh. Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. But she isn't with them.
Paimon. You said Sanctuary of Surasthana.
Your guess is correct, but...
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased. I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the...
Thank you, Tainari.
Ah, that. While I was indeed invited to join them, all I know is that that project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
Huh? Did you see something when you were... What?
Do you have any evidence? So that's what happened. That explains why Hypatia's symptoms were different from those of the other scholars who...
Tainari, did you leave the video?
I did. I noticed Hypatia's mental anomalies, but since her if I didn't take action, Hypatia would have already been taken by the Matra to the desert. Now that you mention it, I knew the academia has... But I still didn't expect them to do something as arrogant as the Doctor and the Balladeer. We have from your description, but then...
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the sage's goals. Right, we've pretty...
I'll stay here for now. If you're planning to go in, come find me here if there's...